This morning's keynote speaker is Mark Trostle, the Vice President of Design for Stellantis. Mark is responsible for all design activities for the Ram truck, SRT, and Mopar brands, as well as Jeep Performance Parts. Prior to his appointment, Mark served as the head of performance, passenger car, and utility vehicle exterior design. Since first joining the company in 1992, he has had extensive experience in developing and executing successful design strategies in the product design office. Mark holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in transportation design from the College for Creative Studies School of Art and Design in Detroit. Mark has twin boys and lives in Bluefield Hills with his wife, Debbie. So please welcome Mark as our keynote speaker this morning, and by the way, future NCRO member. But it's a little bit different. So I was told this morning that tomorrow's his birthday. So can we do the happy birthday thing? Let's embarrass the hell out of him. Okay, let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mark. Happy birthday to you. All right, Mark, here you go.
Well, that's a first, that's for sure. That's great. Thank you all very much, and thank you very much for having me here today. It's really cool. Actually, there's quite a few people I see in the audience who I haven't been able to talk to yet that actually helped me early in my career too. So it's neat to see some of these faces. But you know, before I go in to my presentation here, I did want to say one thing because it came up at the table here, and you forget, or obviously being in Auburn Hills every day, you live it, and you forget that not everyone who is no longer part of the company day to day hears and sees and feels what's going on, other than maybe the grim news sometimes, or sales reports and things like that could potentially set a different tone. So I did want to say that the company right now, and I've been there obviously a lot of years, and I'm sure a lot of you rode those waves too of positivity, and then back down into the ditch. And we obviously, you've seen some of the numbers recently, but I will tell you, and I used the analogy earlier of we have new leadership, which is absolutely amazing. Mr. Filosa is unbelievable. He knows product, he knows the customer, and he knows how to create great morale at our place. And I think that's how we always strive, and to be good at that, and that comes through in our products. And I truly believe that the people, positive people, positive energy, it comes through in our products. And maybe you can see those ups and downs along the way, but I'm telling you, it is absolutely back. It's a big giant ship, as you all know, and we may have been headed that way, which is the wrong way, but we know that way is the right way, and we are turning the ship. The product pipeline is awesome, just awesome. It's back to doing things that we know our customers want, not trying to create things and convince our customers that that's what they should want. Hopefully you get that. But I believe in it. I really do. And I'm very, very excited about the future. And I have so much energy every day, and we are working like crazy right now. Lots of hours, lots of cool stuff that I can't show you, unfortunately. But again, I tell you, you will all be happy starting this summer. So I'll lead off with a quote. This is Steve Jobs' quote, and design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works, and I believe in that. My job obviously is to make things, use the analogy I think Ralph and I both do of, and I'm sure a lot of you do this, right? You buy a vehicle and you walk away from it and you look back at it. You look back at it because you have a connection to it, and that's what I love to do, is try and create that connection to our vehicles. But it is more than just the way it looks, right? It's the way it feels, it's the materials, the leather, the way it sounds, the way it hauls, the way it tows. All of those things make up good design, and that's something that we talk about every single day in the studio. So just a little bit of background, since I am the Ram guy. Pickup trucks obviously have been around in some way, shape, or form for a lot of years. This 2 horsepower truck here. I just like that because it just shows the history of the pickup truck as well. Then in 1928, the 4x8 sheet of plywood was invented, which certainly changed, a lot of things. And the need for pickup trucks, obviously. I think this is probably a Photoshop job, but it kind of drives the point home. And so, I look at the pickup truck and truthfully, a lot of our products you could apply to this too, with muscle cars and things like that. But just what is Americana, right? I have so many colleagues I talk to that, from France and Italy, and they come over and they're like, we just don't understand the pickup truck piece of it and that. But obviously we all do. We know what it's all about. And that vehicle has evolved. Those 3 images of profiles of pickup trucks in the top show how it has evolved over time, where now really the cabin is, it's a lot of pickup trucks are luxury vehicles these days, but they still tow and haul as well. And the Chuck Taylor Converse shoe has obviously been around forever, and it's crazy to me that it kind of follows suit, right? It's a shoe. A certain look of it has just evolved over time, but you still know exactly what it is. So I'm gonna just go through a little bit further through the pickup piece, and I'll come back to that as well. But along those lines, back to that Steve Jobs analogy and the reference that I have in there of the hammer, I look at it as a tool for every customer, because there are, our customers use their pickup trucks and their vehicles in a lot of different ways, from a tradesman, all the way to, a TRX. And then we have this hammer, this tool that coincides with those customers as an expression. And of course, a customer for every tool, the different lifestyles that our customers utilize their vehicles for. Some, use it in more than just in one way. And then the activities that go along with it. And again, I show this to you because this is something that we take very seriously in the studio. And really in the company and with our marketing friends. I've got a great bond with our marketing folks to make sure that we really do the right things these days for the customer. And again, I believe that that's going to come through. The other person I think I may have left out that I mentioned Mr. Filosa. Certainly Tim Kaniskis is back. For those of you that have maybe know Tim or worked from him, it's been absolutely amazing, the adrenaline shot, if you will, back into us as well. So lots of good things coming as a result of him. It's not clicking forward. There we go. Okay, so I thought I'd give a little bit of overview of SRT and our Motorsports. Part of my SRT job, I also have responsibility for Motorsports, and something I had in the past. And for those of you, I know there's a big SRT table back there as well. You'll appreciate this. SRT really, it did go away. Again, under the previous leadership, and so the new leadership recognizes the importance of having that piece of it and the success that it brought. So it is now back. Mr. Kaniskis actually leads that as well. Yeah. And it's, it is our premium brand. It really is, and it will touch all the brands as well. So we're doing all the right things there. I promise you that as well. The pipeline is good. But it was really exciting for me, being a huge car enthusiast and racing enthusiast. Earlier this year we did this. As you may or may not know, we're back in NASCAR with our Ram truck, and we actually led the design development of this truck in the studio. The truck is not a lot that we can change body side. A lot of it has to conform to the NASCAR templates, but the front end, my big goal here was to try and get as much identity into that face from the RHO and now TRX as possible. And there's some other things coming that you will all very much like later in the summer as well that relates to this. So we had a great time developing the theme of this, working in the wind tunnel, working within the regulations. Colleague is our team owner as well, so it was great. We built a great relationship with him and his team. We did the graphics work on it as well. And you'll notice the Ram logo on there that I'll touch on a little bit further as we go. And then we debuted the truck at MIS this past summer as well. So it was a really great experience. But I think what that shows is the energy and the connection again to the fan base. You know, whether you like it or not, NASCAR is enormous fan base within our country. I think it's something ridiculous of like 70% of NASCAR fans are pickup truck owners. And then, by the way, pickup truck owners, usually the other vehicle in their garage is some sort of performance vehicle or muscle car. So we're trying to hit all that stuff. So it was a really good, call it Kaniskis style introduction of the race truck. Sam Hubinette actually did burnouts on a platform that was towed out by a heavy duty Ram pickup in front of the fans at the race. So it was pretty spectacular. And I will say I was at Daytona for the first race a few weeks ago, and it was unbelievable how many people would just come up to us. You know, we were wearing Ram things, but they were so excited to see us there and that we were back, you know, just unsolicited. So again, that energy and that connection with our customers and our fans, it's starting to come through. They refer to it, of course, as Dodge Ram, but we all know that the brands are separate. I don't think we'll ever fix that, which isn't a bad thing. And for us, it was great to be able to work on the design of the car transporters as well, the haulers, you know, trying to make sure that we get a good look and feel that's, you know, has the same synergy with what we're doing with the brand and with the truck as well. Even the race suits, we were involved with those as well. So it was really fun, you know, something that's, you know, way out of, you know, my realm of styling vehicles every day, but nonetheless, it's design and it's all about creating that brand. We've also been working on the drag pack as well. One of my personal goals when I picked SRT back up last summer was to try and create an image that was very American, a graphic that was very American, certainly in the color scheme, but something that would resonate across all of our race cars that we're going to be showing and introducing this year. So drag pack, of course, we launched that as well. Matt Hagan and the funny car actually just raced at Gainesville this past weekend as well. So this graphic that you see here, we're using it on the dragster as well, Top Fuel car. So you'll see more and more of this, but I'm trying to create, again, imagery that resonates well with SRT, and it's something that when customers see that, they'll be able to relate it to it just to build that brand up. And I will leave you with the SRT piece that, like I say, I think it's in great hands and there's lots of good things coming. I put this slide together really just to show, you know, we put a lot of love into the characters of these vehicles, right? And you know, as you know, it goes back to the 60s even, right? We've always done a very good job of that. I'm always amazed that people get these things tattooed on themselves too. It's crazy, but it happens. And so, you know, I show this just to show, you know, where we've been and a little bit of where we're going as well. And there's probably a few more that are coming too. And so along those lines, this graphic that we created, we called it the symbol of protest. Actually, Mr. Kaniskis came up with that. And it was something that really, when he came back, he wanted something that we could use on the vehicles to really show, and I'm sure you've, you know, saw some of the commercials that he had done about talking about, again, the customer, and, you know, maybe we got it wrong. We want to give our customers that choice. If they want a V8, they can have a V8 on it. So we came up with this logo, and of course the Hemi being back, and it's been very successful for us since it has been back. We actually created a badge that goes on those trucks as well. So something we were really proud of, and it started that energy within the office as well and within the company to just kind of know that we're going in a different direction. And of course, we introduced the TRX. This past few months as well. We have a new logo for it, T-Rex logo that we haven't had before. It wears an SRT badge, where in the past, TRX, it was kind of some infighting over, you can't call it a Hellcat, you can't call it this. Now it is one. We know what a Hellcat is, and it's an SRT product, and it's going to wear that, and 777 horsepower on top of it. So it's just an absolute monster. This is the launch version that we did here. So there's some amazing colors, color palette that we have customers will be able to have a two-tone that's painted upper on it with the red stripe and accent, the graphics on the body side. So something just to really drive visually that point home that this thing is back, and it's going to be a monster on the street, that's for sure, and off-road. This color, I put this in just because I absolutely love this color. It's called Serrano Green. Just really, really, really beautiful. Shows off the forms well. And of course, on the other side of the 777 horsepower spectrum, we do have our Ram Rev, and I wanted to put this in there because it is, again, trying to connect with our customers and give our customers those options. This vehicle really will be a game changer in the segment versus having a full EV vehicle. I've actually have one of these that I've been driving, and it's awesome. But it has a 3.6 liter Pentastar in it that really acts as a generator. So the engine never drives the wheels; it simply charges the battery when the battery is depleted. So the range on this thing, 690-mile range on it. So it'll outlast my bladder. I know that. And it has a unique look to it as well. But I think it's something that for those that have spent any time in an EV vehicle, every time I drove one to northern Michigan, and it was absolute stress filled because I'm like, all right, I'm running out of juice, and where's the charger? The infrastructure's not there, of course. And this is great because if you just want to run it on gasoline, you can. So I think it's going to be a great product for us, and the performance in it. Towing payload and 0 to 60 is pretty impressive as well. So I will move into the Mopar world, and that's what I really love about my job is having the Ram piece, having the SRT performance side of it, but then the Mopar side lets me connect to the brands, all of the brands in a lot of different ways, and a lot of the customers as well. We spend a lot of time at SEMA. Every year we spend a lot of time at Easter Jeep Safari. I personally spend as much time as I can at car events just because I love car culture and I love automobiles. And so with the Mopar side of things, we always try and have some fun, try and create a concept that resonates well and use that venue to create some product too that could potentially end up in the portfolio. And so I don't know if too many of you remember the dude. I certainly don't remember the dude, but that Don Knotts was the dude. I thought that was hilarious because, I mean, we all know Don Knotts, and it probably just doesn't resonate as the dude that we think. But nonetheless, Dodge had a truck, a package that they did in the 70s, early 70s, I believe it was. And so I wanted to bring that back in a little bit more modern way with the pickup truck. Pickup trucks, obviously, like I showed with the TRX, there's a huge push always on off-road performance, lifting them, things like that. But the sport truck side of things, we played in that years ago with the Ram SRT10. There's a few trucks here and there that have done it, but we think that there's a neat opportunity there, especially with the muscle car piece of things and tying those two together. So I thought it was a neat idea to take that old Don Knotts dude concept and do a modern version of it as well. And so we took a 1500, did a unique hood on it, front fascia from our Ram Tungsten actually, and added a splitter side exhaust on it. And it really resonated well. We did a cowboy hat holder on the inside of it too, which was kind of fun. I caught a lot of heat. I wore the cowboy hat. And I've never worn a cowboy hat before, but I did an interview with the cowboy hat on, but I had tennis shoes on. And apparently you don't do that. So I'll never do it again, but anyway. Then we have, of course, our new Charger as well. And we launched this as an EV vehicle that you may or may not know, but we also have a Hurricane version of it, a 500 plus horsepower version, internal combustion engine that is unbelievable performance, all-wheel drive in it. two-door and the four-door as well. So we wanted to really highlight that and drive that point home, because there has been so much noise on the EV front that this vehicle is really a great vehicle as well. So we created some unique things to it, unique wheels, some graphics, chin spoiler, functional air induction hood on it as well. The front fender vent, I wanted to do something that harkened back to the 68, 69 kind of flavor on that front fender as well. And so this was really well received at SEMA, and we're investigating how we can bring some of this to the market as well. But it's kind of a fun piece of what I get to do. And then on the Jeep side of it as well, Easter Jeep Safari is actually coming up in another 2 weeks or so. We've got some cool concepts that we'll be introducing there. We called this one the Sun Chaser. And, I'm sure you're aware that, the Wrangler is one of the most accessorized and customized vehicles before it leaves your old dealerships. And it's something that, customers love that ability to do that. And, we're continuing to look for things that we can offer to the customers to do that. And we came up with this Jeep box, we called it here. And this box actually plugs into where the glass would be in the rear quarter there. We're playing around with it being lockable as well, but it's another place to have some dry storage as well. Really neat concept, and it went over very well with our customer base too. And then another little retro flavor, we had the Honcho that we created. We put monster 40-inch tires on this. It had air suspension and that really strong graphic design to it. This went over really, really well, and it's something that I think Vince, for those that saw Vince Calante's presentation, I think the end of last year, he showed a lot of the Jeep things. Some of these things are starting to make their way into that as well. So the Wrangler's on a really good path. It's going to be I think a very positive year for the company, for our product, in more ways than I've been able to show you here. And I really, really believe that. I know you're all connected to the company and probably have the same feelings I do about it. And I'm telling you, we're on the right path, and we're working on some things that are pretty exciting. I actually did pretty well on time. I thought it was going to be a lot longer, but I'm going to leave you with a video that hopefully you may have seen this video, but hopefully it conveys the energy that we have coming. So,
Americans, we can do anything we want, except one thing. We just can't stop being American. Because since that revolution they said we'd lose, we just couldn't choose to stop being American. We put Hemi V8s back on the strip and packed 8 layers in a 7-layer dip. We're body slams and blue suede shoes, rock and roll, jazz and blues. Rockin' mullets and Rat Pack suits, even our grandmas have tattoos. We're NASCAR, rock stars, rodeo, monster trucks and power boats. Welcome to our epic show. Keep winning on Sunday, move horsepower Monday, shake the earth and carve terrain, rock the anthem like Kenny Wayne. So get out there, take your swings, burn rubber after the American dream. Rev your engines and let freedom ring. And never, ever, ever stop being American. Nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram.
So the guy who, the guy, I'm going to run out of things to fill time with here. The guy who's playing guitar, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, he's a blues guitarist. He's actually, I've become friends with him over the years. He's a huge Mopar head. That's a good sound. We got sound. Huge Mopar head. He's got some old Mopars, Vipers, Demons and Challengers and that. He's got a really cool car collection. In fact, he wears a Mopar Elephant t-shirt when he's on stage sometimes, and that really cool guy. So he raised his hand to be a part of this commercial, which was really cool. He actually played the national anthem at Roadkill as well over the summer when we were out there. So he's pretty amazing guitar player.
I thought that was a good sign. Okay, we'll open it up to Q&A. Okay, here we go, right here, the first one.
When's there going to be a SRT Pacific
Someone built one. Somebody put a Hellcat into
What are we waiting for?
I mean, yeah, I think there might not be a huge market for that, but
The speed limiter in the controller, it shuts off at 116. That's too slow. Texas mile.
yeah, oh, yeah,
Be a great place to show off the Pacific.
yeah.
I think Ralph used to race.
Right, yeah,
the
Ralph,
minivan.
he
Yeah.
did. Exactly.
Got one back here.
Mark, what kind of adjustment has the company sifted through about the electric vehicle?
Yeah.
What's the philosophy now?
Yeah.
What direction are we going?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. And it's one that I have to answer so he doesn't strangle me. I think, as I mentioned, like with V8s coming back, it's about giving customers in the future the choice. If you want an EV, if you want a multi-energy plug-in hybrid, you can do that. But we're not going to tell you that's all you can have is an EV vehicle. Yeah, and I think, we, based off the applause, right, we all felt it, right? We all knew it, and we were all kind of like, oh man, and you look at some things that are going on with EV sales right now from our competition, and clearly, we've got to make sure that we're doing the right things, and we 100% are.
Mark, thanks for coming this morning. Question about the energy you talked about inside the company today. It's coming back. That's great. A lot of us, including yourself, of course, are influencers of where young people go to work. And I'll tell you honestly, for the last 5 years in the Stellantis era, I wasn't recommending people to go to Stellantis. I was telling them, you know what, go to GM, go to Ford. Yeah. But now I sense that might be changing. And my personal recommendation, can you tell us what's happening with hiring and youth morale inside the company, and just kind of give us a sense of where that's all going?
Yeah, that's a great question, Graham. And you're absolutely right. I mean, I'll come out and say it. I mean, the past handful of years, it was like, oh man, do I need to think about retirement? And you just didn't know what was going on. It was tough, and it was tough to be a big cheerleader for things. That has absolutely changed, and from a hiring standpoint, because of the decisions that are being made internally, right? Because we know where we're headed. The hiring piece has been unbelievable. I can't speak specific. I think I read that, just read that within engineering, they're hiring like over 2,000 engineers right now, because we did lose a lot of people over the past few years. So I know engineering is making a big push on it. Certainly the quality side, there is an enormous push right now on quality as well, and that takes people to do that. So that area is being staffed. Within design office, I just hired 2 people from, they didn't start yet, so I want to say, from a really good competitor that I'm really happy. We call them Jedis. They're Jedi designers. They're really, really good, and they're working on significant products that are competition, and they want to be a part of it, us. So I think that's a good thing that the word is getting out, that energy is there. And we're still hiring. There's a good vibe right now on the inside, and I think it's starting to spread a little bit as well.
Yeah, Mark, you mentioned on the Charger 2-door that a 500 horsepower engine is available, gas. What is that? Is that a Hemi? Is that a supercharged V6?
We call it the Hurricane. It's a straight six twin turbo engine. It's really efficient engine. Actually, we offer it in our 1500 pickup trucks as well. So I'm driving an RHO right now today, and it's got that engine in it.
It's really a sharp
great.
car.
Yeah.
And that's going to be all-wheel drive?
Yes, all-wheel drive.
Great. Okay.
Over here, Mark. Mark over here in the back.
Hey, Mark, Winfield here. Haven't seen you in quite a while.
Yeah.
The new generation of Chinese vehicles, have you driven any of them? And what's your assessment of the threat?
What's my assessment of?
Of the threat?
They've certainly done their homework. Yes, I have driven some. Technology wise, unbelievable. Their price point within the markets they are in is incredibly competitive as well. It is absolutely a threat. It's something that I think all the manufacturers are looking at, what do they offer? How do they offer it as well? Yeah, they've definitely done their homework, and there's some very, very good product for sure. We're aware.
Mark over here. Any other questions?
Got one over here.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Mark, is the Dakota on its way back? I mean, hopefully, that size pickup is perfect for so
Stay
many.
tuned. Stay tuned.
Right.
I love my job, and I love working in the future. I love the future.
Any other questions?
Thank you. He's gonna.
Hold on, we got one more here. I think, any more questions? Okay, I think that's it.
Awesome. Well, thank you all. Thank you. It was great being here. Thank you for the happy birthday. And yeah, hey, in a few years, I turn 56 tomorrow, so in a few years I may be here joining you guys. So thanks. Pardon? Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Mark. And thank you very much, everyone, for attending today. Be careful driving home. Hope for warmer weather. We're almost there into the home stretch. Our next breakfast meeting is in June. Usually it's in May, but this year it's going to be in June. I can't remember the date, but June 17th. So we'll see you there. So bye-bye, everyone.